I think that some cornerstones of the group are a lot of the things that I really value, like authenticity. I think that there's a natural strength that flows into our group.
We live in an age of apathy, and I think part of that is just feeling like our control over our lives is fleeting. Like, we can't control our homes, we can't control like all the particles in the air that we're breathing. In reality, there is very much that we can do. And sometimes it means sitting through boring city council meetings. Sometimes it means just letting your neighbor know, hey, this is what's going on. Sometimes it means being a little disruptive and just it's about having your voice being heard and having other people's voices heard.
Denton Off Fossil Fuels, our mission, we originally wanted to work on moving Denton to renewable energy.
Fracking is at the forefront of issues in Denton right now.
Well, hydraulic fracturing is a technique that has been developed in order to go in and frack strata of minerals, of rock that has either oil or gas in it, and by injecting that water and that mix of other chemicals in it, sand and whatever, they're able to release the natural gas or the oil and extract it.
Immediately for the community, the danger is to their water and their air. And there are people who will be only a few hundred yards from where this flaring takes place, which is just a massive burning of gases. And they'll only be hundreds of yards away from these pits where toxic, carcinogenic fluids are stored. And it's just a pit.
There are so many wells in this town. There's a well just about to be refracked just across from an elementary school. And every single one of these wells has 1 to 8 million gallons of water that they're using. They're mixing it with 40,000 chemicals, or 40,000 gallons of chemicals, 600 chemicals that we even know, and those aren't even disclosed. Many of them are carcinogens.
The process of natural gas production leaks at every stage.
When air and water are being contaminated with known carcinogens, it's not this thing that a lot of people take lightly.
Before we were Denton Off Fossil Fuels, the same members, the same people, were members of Beyond Coal and other groups. And the good thing about Denton is that it is such a beautiful small community that a lot of the people that are aware of these environmental problems do tend to cross paths a lot through all different organizations.
My name is Ricardo. I've been with DOF since the beginning.
My name is Sharon Wilson, and I work with Earthworks Oil and Gas Accountability Project.
My name is Benjamin, and I've been involved with doing environmental activism in Denton since about June.
My name is Ryan, and I've been involved with Denton Off Fossil Fuels since November.
Kathy and I have been trying to get organizing at a very grassroots level for 4 years, and now Denton Off Fossil Fuels is willing to do that work, and that's the best way to get a strong ordinance and protect your city from fracking.
Denton has been working on its ordinance for over a year now, and to work on the ordinance, the city put a moratorium in place on gas drilling.
The moratorium basically is a time period in which new drilling permits are not authorized, to give time to the city to come up with regulations.
Recently, at the city council meeting where they voted to approve the ordinance and to put it into action, 14 of us went over our 3-minute time limit of speaking to city council, and we were escorted out.
My name's Dalton Gregory. I am on the Denton City Council.
I'm James King, place 6 at large.
Our goal was to try to create as many restrictions as we could on gas well drilling in the city of Denton, to protect our citizens, to protect neighborhoods, to protect property values, to protect the health and the welfare of the citizens.
I think you'd find the city council as a group is not against safe precautions.
In 2009, our ordinance said the drill head could be as close as 200 feet to a dwelling. And so when we did phase 1 of the ordinance, we said from the edge of the drilling site to any dwelling was 1,000 feet.
30 of them could come say, don't do this, don't do this, don't do this. What if we don't have the ability to do what they want? Does that mean democracy failed? Does that mean they're a minority? Does that mean they're protesting or putting in their input at the wrong level? It can be a combination of all those.
It is a little bit frustrating for us to feel that sense of dismissal, perhaps, and to be grouped in this, category. With city council, I think some of them realize, and I hope that all of them realize, that democracy is first and foremost messy, and that that's something to be celebrated.
And I think that everyone that is part of this group has the strength within themselves and the determination to sit through every meeting and to sit through every failure just to see this through, just to make even if a small change at every different meeting, at every different event. They're here to see that little change come through.
Where does it end for me? It doesn't. It does not end for me. If the world were perfect, then I could see how you could not be an activist. But given that it's not, it seems to me difficult to not react to that sentiment. So it doesn't stop in Denton. It doesn't stop with the fracking issue. It extends to where there are people or living things being threatened or stepped on, and hopefully that ends one day. But I'll probably be over before that's over. But I'll keep working on it till that.